Hi guys. So today we are going to discuss a common question faced by many prospective car buyers: the debate between buying new and buying used. So, those of us in the Evo team, we generally have a preference of buying used, but as always, it is always a question of laying out all the pros and cons of each approach, and then see which really is best fit for your budget, your requirements, and your circumstance. Okay, so it's a case really of one man's meat is another's poison. And so let's start off with the pros and cons of buying new. So when you buy new, of course, you get the new car smell. You don't have to worry about the car's history. Has this car ever been in a major accident? Has this car ever been in a flood? Second thing, financing for new cars, way easier, way cheaper. Okay, let's put it this way: there is no such thing as zero down payment schemes when it comes to buying a used car. All right, buying a used car always entails an upfront cost. There is also the fact that it is way easier and cheaper to get loans for a new car than a used car. So for starters, right, taking loan for new cars, you get lower interest rate. Not only that, for used car, the interest rate increases with time. So when you take loan for a 7-year car versus a 3-year-old car, the 7-year-old car will incur higher interest rate than the 3-year-old car. Not only that, then there is also the margin of financing. Banks loan you a smaller fraction of the car's value as the car ages. So for a brand new car, you can loan up to 90%. But when you are buying a 7-year-old car, you maybe can loan only up to 60-70%. And not only that, your loan tenure becomes shorter. The banks will not allow you to stretch the loan period of your car, meaning that you have to repay the loan faster, and that all translates to higher monthly repayments. So to sum up, the pros and cons of buying new is that when you buy new, the overall quantum of purchase, yes, it's higher. You pay a higher price, but it is by far a much more hassle-free experience versus buying used. So when you buy used, first thing, of course, is that you are buying a car at a much cheaper price for the same budget that allows you, that qualifies you into a certain segment of new car. You automatically move up 1 or 2 segments. So for the price of a brand new Honda City, you can get yourself into a 3-year-old Honda Civic or a 6-year-old BMW 3 Series or C Class. The other part of the analysis is that the first owner of the car has absorbed the bulk of the new car's depreciation. So you see, when you buy a new car, you drive it out of the showroom, immediately you lose 20 or 30% of the car's value, and that is something that catches a lot of people, because all right, we buy our cars, we take 90% loan, we stretch it out to 9 years, but 3 years, 4 years down the road, we suddenly realize that you have to sell the car, but you find that the amount that you still owe the bank is less than the car's value in the used market. So you end up being stuck with the car. But still, buying a used car It's not all a boat of roses, right? You have to, there is the reality that when you buy a used car, there is that uncertainty of its history. You don't know what that car has been through with its previous owner. And if that previous owner or the dealer is not forthcoming about the car's actual history, you can end up with far higher repair bills than you had initially envisioned when you bought the car. So with used cars, the net purchasing cost of the car is definitely lower, but you do have to pay more upfront, all right? And chances are the bank will charge you more in terms of interest. And not only that, you will have to fork out a chunk of money upfront for servicing and maintenance of the car. That is something, that is a reality when it comes to buying all used cars. And of course, and don't forget, when it comes to buying a used car, there is a lot more homework involved. You know, it's when you buy a new car, right? It's just about, you know, choosing which model you want, go to the dealership, sign the papers, that's it. Wait for your allocation. But when it comes to buying a used car, you really have to thoroughly inspect the condition of that particular unit of car before committing to the purchase. Now, but what if I tell you that there is another class of car that gives you the best of both buying new and buying used in one experience? I'm of course talking about buying a demo car and having just recently picked up a Ford S-Max. I am speaking of this from experience. So the S-Max that I bought to replace my Persona, it is a demo car from the Sime Darby Auto Connection Juru branch. All right, so I got it at the used car price, but what I also got was that it was a car with a fully transparent service history. I don't have to worry about, I know what the car has went through. All right, I have complete trustworthy service records, because remember one thing, service records can be falsified, okay? But because I'm buying the car of an entity, of a corporation that is subject to stringent audits, I don't have to worry about the trustworthiness of its service records. Now, of course, I also still get the warranty, okay, at least the leftover of its warranty. So yeah, the one more advantage of buying a new car is that you get the full length of its warranty. But do bear in mind that warranty usually is transferable to the next owner. So if your car has a 5-year warranty, you sell it off at 3 years, the next owner still enjoys the remaining 2 years of its warranty. And one more benefit of buying a demo car versus, say, if you were to buy a used car of the same age and price, you get to enjoy new car interest rates. Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, right, used cars, the interest rate is higher and increases progressively with age. But if you are buying a demo car, and there are terms and conditions involved, the car has to be registered to the branch or the dealership, one, and the age of the car cannot be more than, depending on bank, 1 or 2 years old. So if it fulfills these two conditions, there is a chance that the bank will give you new car interest rates, just as I did with my S-Max. Now, and it's not a small amount. Now, you are talking about at least 1% difference per annum. So let's take this S90 T8 Plus here that I'm driving as an example. This is one of the few demo cars that Volvo Motion Beyond Setia Alam is letting go. And let's say you take a 300,000 ringgit loan on this car, you are talking about a difference of 20,000 ringgit over its entire loan tenure. That is really something to think about. Now, then of course, you also still enjoy the remaining length of its warranty. You get a car with a fully transparent service history, low mileage example. All right, and what's more, if you want, you still can top up the Volvo VSA 5 Plus service package, which means that you just top up a sum of money. You don't need to pay for servicing for the next 5 years, and there's an amount you can bundle it into your loan as well. So what basically you are getting is that, you know, throughout your loan tenure, you are just paying the monthly installments. That's it. So what you're really getting here is used car pricing, but every other aspect of the buying experience is as good as buying a new car.